Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Autopilot Beats. I'm broadcasting a new tutorial. Uh, my previous tutorial, I was talking about how to make Drake type beats, or a Drake type beat, but I was talking about in reference to the track you've been hearing on the radio, Drake headlines, or where the hook goes. They know, they know. You know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, I'm getting into the segment about layers. How to go about programming your layers to single keys in FL Studio 10. So we're going to go ahead and click FL Studio 10. That's definitely not FL Studio 10. Excuse me, y'all. Accidentally clicked the internet. Alright, let's try again. Click FL Studio 10. Okay. And what we want to do, we want to go about setting up our layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to this icon right here, and we're going to right click over the kick, and we're going to go ahead and go to insert layer. Then we're going to go ahead and go to this this right here, this icon. It's flashing. It's the View Browser Plugin Picker. That's what it says in the part right here. This little description box. So we'll click on that. We're just going to go ahead and work with the snares. The VT underscore SD or VT snare or basic 808 snare. So we're going to go ahead and put this over the kick. We're going to go ahead and delete these for now. The clap right here. This is like, these are like techno claps and snares. It always opens on default like a techno, 4 basic techno samples. But anyhow, what we want to do is we're gonna right click over VTSD. We're gonna make about 4 clones of this. So we right click over it, go to clone, and that's highlighted. So right click clone, right click clone. So we got 3 clones. And on your computer keyboard, if you click on one of them and you press like the letter Q, that's middle C. Letter Q is middle C, and so is the comma. They're both middle C, so I'm pressing Q, then I'm pressing comma. They're both middle C by default on FL Studio. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the Q because we can go up some notes. Turn this up some. Okay, so what we want to do, before we even get to the layer setting of it, we want to go ahead and we're going to set up these VTSDs. Okay, so the first VTSD, or VT snare, we already see C5, which is middle C. What we want to do is you want to right-click over it, left-click. I think it's just 2 left clicks. Let me see. Yeah, it's actually 2 left clicks. Sorry, y'all. So what you want to do is you want to highlight, go over, this is the note right here that we want to... Hold on. Oh, I see what's going on. Alright, so this is the note right here. So all you do is you left click it twice. Left click, excuse me, y'all. A little stuttery. Root note C, zone C5 to C5, meaning that's the only key that's going to play. If you go like WERTYUIOP, it's not going to play. It only plays that note. Okay, so now we know this note is set. So now we go to VT SD number 2, or VT snare number 2, the one we cloned. Now, the note up, you want to go the next key up. And that key up, on that key up, you want to double click, left click twice, and that makes it to where it's zone D5 to D5. Alright, yeah, that's right. You are supposed to. You're supposed to left click, right click, then left click. Sorry about that, y'all, fellas. Alright, so you do that. You right click, then you left click. Yeah, I was right the first time. Anyhow, so now we got the VTSD number 2. That sounds like middle C as well, and so does this one. So this key, VTSD, that sounds there. And this is up 1 note, sounds the same. So basically, we're going up the next note. So that note, we want to right click, left click. And we want VTSD number 3. It sounds like middle C all over again. So we got 3 instances of middle C on different keys. And that's what we want. That's kind of what we want right now. we're going to go ahead and make another clone, because there is also one other thing I want to do. But we're going to go ahead and mess with these for now. Okay, so we got that. Let's see, I think I programmed that already. Yeah, that's programmed. So we go to VTSD number 4. Go up another note. So the one that's flashing, we're going to go ahead and right click over it, left click. Now that's programmed. We're not going to mess with VTSD number 5. That's going to be for some other way you can go about doing this. But I'm doing this video mainly to set a layer to one node only. Okay, so now that we have all these programmed from QWER, we got QWER programmed with all of these right here. So we go to layer, we click on layer, and while we're on this layer plugin, it shows like it's shown right here, channel setting layer. See, it's highlighted right here. Now you want to see this like, you see how it's lit up green right here? You want to light these up all green, but you want to right click, not left click. You right click, right click, right click, right click. Now while all these are highlighted, you click on set children. When you set children, it makes it to where the layer plays the 4 notes we programmed. So we got Let me go ahead and do this. See, we got the 4 notes like that. Okay, so we're going to use the metronome as a guide. So we'll let that play. Okay, now the point we're trying to do. Okay, so we're going to leave this. We're going to leave this ST alone. Now we're going to change this one right here. Okay, so what we do, we go to VTSD number 1. You go to INS. You turn on the time. Set the attack all the way to the left. Go to function. Arpeggiator arrow up highlighted on. Repeat 2. Now when we press the W, or we go to layer, so I'm basically just playing these notes. So when we when we press the metronome, all right. So we got that speed. So we're going to go ahead and go to VTSD number 3. Go to INS, highlight the time, attack all the way to the left. And then we're going to go ahead and go to function. We'll make it to where arrow up is highlighted on arpeggiator. Put that on repeat 2. Then we want to make this a different speed. So this is now we want to make it maybe a slower speed. Okay, let's see. You just kind of listen to the timing. Now this was a little faster. That's a good speed right there. So we're going to go ahead and roll with that. That'll be our speed for that one. Now when we click on a layer, we got 3 different speeds. This is the letter Q being pressed. Then we got W. Then we got E. So that's the speed on E. So now we got to set VTSD number 4 for a different speed. So same what you did with the other ones. INS, time on, attack all the way to the left, function, arpeggiator arrow up on basically. Repeat 2. So we got that speed, and we're going to go ahead. Now we got that going on. We listen to it in time. Okay, so we got that going on. Now when we click to the layer has 4 different time signatures on that one middle C snare that we programmed. So we got Q. That's just one note being hit, no repeats. Then we got W. Then we got E. Then we got R. So let's repeat. See where I'm pointing? Letter Q is. So you see that lighting up on the layer. Then we go to letter W. Now we're on a layer. See, that's highlighted because I got it programmed to here. E, then 4. So basically, you go to layer, and you just play with the time signature. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of go in time with the metronome. So you know, you can really experiment with this kind of thing. So we'll go ahead and. So that's how you would go about doing that. See, I was a little off time there, but that you can always quantize things now. If you don't know how to quantize things, I'll make that in another video. But I'm not going to make your heads explode. But so you just kind of mess around. You can even slow the tempo, just kind of make things a little easier. We'll bring it to about. All right, there we go. So, see, like, there you go. Of course, you want to be more in time with that, because then... You see how it has a nice little stagger feel if you hit the notes in the right timing. Like I said, you can always quantize everything back to the tempo. But yeah, that's how you would go about setting your layer. I hope in the beginning y'all took notes, because it's kind of hard for me to recap how we program these. Just remember how I showed you to program your keys, and then the layer how you would set the children and all that. Now we're going to go to this VT snare that's by itself. That way we can use the different notes. So we got that going on, and we're highlighted on this. You want to go to INS, timing on, attack all the way to the left, function, arrow up, highlight arrow up, repeat 2. Now we got our different deal going on. Now we can mess with the timing. We go to it. Basically go in time. So you can actually record in the data in here, or you can go ahead and make separate clones. Of course, in this case, you wouldn't want to set a layer to the separate clones without, because this right here, we got the entire keyboard. We got the entire keyboard at default set on here. So if you were to set a layer to a bunch of different instances with the entire keyboard, it'll just play them all at once. That's all it'll do. So you would have to actually, experiment with the different clones on separate recordings to create that effect you would want, that nice little staggered effect. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to use that right there. So yeah, you just kind of play with the timing knob on this, and got that nice little feel, that what you normally hear on the radio and all that good stuff. And that's basically how you go about setting those layers and programming your layers on FL Studio 10. Hopefully this cleared up some things. If you got questions, please let me know. I'll try to clear things up, because I kind of lost y'all in the beginning a little bit, and I do apologize for that. Hopefully I'll pick right back up where I kind of messed up a little bit when I lost y'all on how to program the keys with the right click and left click. With the right click and left click, and so I'm just letting y'all know this is Autopilot Beats, showing y'all how I do it when I go about making I say Drake type beat. It's really not Drake type. Like I said, Rick Ross has them style type beats, and it is kind of it is the trend that's going on right now as far as beat making goes, with how they stagger their hat, snares, and claps. In this case, we use the snare to illustrate how they do it on other programs. I'm sure it's a very similar way how they do it. They have other they have other softwares that maybe do it easier. I mean, there probably is an easier way to do it in FL Studio, but this is how I know how to do it. So that's all I had as far as showing you how to do that. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.